Hey, this is Spencer. I'm out here. This is part 2 of our Salak area zone that we're working. If you didn't watch part 1, check it out. I'll link the video up and you should check out part 1. That was this zone right here. And then part 2 is going to be us working this zone here. So this is where the large tree fell. I'll link you to that video if you didn't see that one. So that giant tree fell over. We bucked it all up and that created a large disturbance here. So we can actually see the regrowth and the response from the row here a little bit. You know, so we've got tea leaf here planted next to our Salak. So this one's this nice little one. And then I've got some vetiver in here. And then we've got acacia, and with the acacia, we've got cut nuts planted, direct seeded right next to them. That one hasn't come up yet. So that's just the pattern over and over and over. Right, here's another Salak. This is one that got smashed that I thought wasn't gonna make it, but it looks like it's actually regrowing, so that's super cool. So yeah, this area kind of boomed. Once that tree came down, this area is like really booming. Things are pretty happy with all the sunlight, this disturbance, and you know, all this nutrients, all the leaves that fell on the ground, so all the nutrients cycling through. So yeah, let's just check out the row a little bit more. So this zone here, we probably won't do too much in because it's kind of just regrowing. So we'll just kind of do a little bit of minor stuff. I also got some Milo in here. The acacia is responding nicely. This one that is a special one, a little Salak in there. I thought it was gonna die, but it actually came back, so that's great. Super exciting. That's a pink flesh variety, so that'll be a little bit different, so that'll be cool. And then here we can see that it's just kind of all overgrow and just kind of flopping stuff. So yep, pretty much as far as I can go is right here right now. I can pop over here though a little bit. Here's our fence line, little walkway right now. Got a little soursop. So yeah, Salak row continues right there. Vetivers are kind of doing okay in the shade. We got a cha-cha here doing pretty good. We've got a couple cherimoyas here kind of doing really nice in the shade. A little bit of sooty mold on them, so it's time to open this zone up actually. Yeah, and then we've got our Salaks in here. Another little thorny one here. And then just a random little seedling durian. Oop, I'm getting all stuck on stuff. And then the row continues that way. And it kind of just ends at the base of that larger tree right there. So obviously this zone's pretty overgrown. You know, I'm trying to walk the edge of the row right now. It's a little difficult to even get through here. So not too big a deal because we'll just come through and tidy it up and everything will be good again. And then we're kind of looking at these big trees here. We need to come and manage them before they fall down. Yeah, and this is we're probably going to do this in 2 pushes. We'll probably do all the low stuff, and then maybe I'll come through in a couple days or something with the chainsaw and hit some of these bushes back to mulch them in. It's just easier with these melastomas because they're so sticky. They're pretty hard to break up with a chainsaw or with a machete and the handsaw and stuff, and just your hands, so it's easier with the chainsaw. And then, you know, we'll be pushing a little bit just to open some space up. So yeah, we'll put it onto the time lapse now. Alrighty, we're all finished working the zone, so let's show you around. So we've got a wax jambu right here, a little grafted one. Can't quite remember the variety. Is it black pearl or something? And then we've got our Salak row right here. We got one right here. And then we just came through and tidied this up. Cut the acacias a little bit. This is that area where that big tree fell, so didn't have to do too much in here, just a little bit of minor cutting and stuff. So we walked down. And then this zone here, we did a lot more work. So I actually came and clear cut basically this whole side here along the fence line. So that was just take all the melastoma down, all the clidemia down, and a lot of it we just mulched in place. We kind of noticed that it was a little bit bare on the understory, not a lot of vegetation, so we kind of want to take advantage of this opportunity of it being like that, and probably plant out some stuff. I'm thinking we'll probably come and we'll plant out some cannas or something like that, something that super easy to cut, super easy to propagate. Just let them, you know, just throw a bunch of seed out here, something like that. And then the melastomas will be coming back, so that'll be another nice one to work with. We do like working with them. They get a little bit sticky and kind of hard to work with because they just kind of grow out in a lot of different shapes and stuff. You know, there's a bigger one right there. They can get quite large. I've seen them 30 feet tall. So we found that it's easy to just come and cut them down to the ground when they become a little bit hard to manage, and then they'll just regrow nice and thick. Here's actually an example of them regrowing nicely from a ground cut right here. So we cut that down, we mulched that around, and then yeah, we can just walk down the row. It's nice to have it all open and clear. It's been a long time since we've been able to see like our shed and stuff like that from down here, so that's cool. Salaks are looking pretty good. Another one there. We've got a jackfruit here. We've got some santal here. We've got some black sapote behind me. Got a soursop here. Avocado there. We've got some champadecs here. Those are direct seeded. And then we came through and cut the acacias a little bit high on some of them a little bit lower. That was basically managing if they're flopping out, leaning out a little bit too hard, we cut them back so that they'd stay straighter. The acacias really need the sunlight, so when they don't have good sunlight, they are starting to lean out like that. So that's because of these bigger trees here. So we're actually going to need to manage these as well. That'll probably be girdling them or something, trying to kill them completely. They're pretty crazy, like we did with this one. This one's dead here. The other ones there are very much alive. So yeah, the row's all tidied up. You can see down nice and clearly, you know, basically just cut everything down. I mulched it in place, and then we've got some nice fat berms along the Salak row here. Here's a nice one. It's probably our biggest one out here. You can kind of get a good picture of it, what its thorns are looking like. So I'm excited to get all the sunlight on them. Oh, I guess we've got a cha-cha-cha here. A cha-cha. Another nice little salak back down in there. So yeah, we've got our fence line here. This one is for our animals, stopping them coming into this zone. And then this is our perimeter fence line. So we're kind of in the back corner of the property. And then we've got a windbreak there that we need to come and work. I left these melastomas up to kind of just hold this zone down right now. That way we don't have to work this ground so much. We can kind of just push back as we need to when we're ready. So yeah, it's a really nice management, really exciting management for us to have this Salak row tidied up and managed again. It's been 6 months or so since we've had it cleaned up like this, maybe even a little bit longer. We even have a video of a very long time ago, one of our early videos that we were making, where we actually clear cut this zone initially with a friend, with 2 friends actually. So I'll link that in. That'll be really different, really interesting. So that was before we planted anything, and that was, you know, just coming through and clearing it so that we could actually come and plant it. So from then, back then to now, it's totally different. So check that one out. It's our older videos. We're not doing any talking. It's just a, you know, a time lapse and, you know, some stuff like that, some music, whatever. Looks like I damaged the chompadec a little bit here when I cut this melastoma next to it, so I actually should come and cut that. So yeah, is there anything else? out here in particular. It was just really interesting. Our vetiver are kind of hanging out real well in the shade back here. It's really shocking. You know, some of the other zones where it's even shadier or even more sunny, they aren't doing as good as they're doing back here. It's just a real random one. Not sure what's going on. Maybe because we have kind of this opening here, it's kind of light. So yeah, just a random observation. So yeah, thanks for watching. Next we're going to be pushing into this whole zone here next to me. So all of this bush here, all of these taller trees, that's where we're going next. We're going to take all that down, and we can actually see if I pop through here. Here's our agroforest right here. So this is our other zone. This is our youngest row we have planted. We've got my prongs in it, mangoes in it, and then we've got our Mombasa grass and our bananas and everything else that way. So this whole zone right here is going to be next. So stay tuned. That's going to be a big management. We're going to be talking about that whole procedure. So that'd be really nice. And then we'll set up 3 more agroforestry rows, and then we're all dialed in. And our property is pretty much outplanted completely. So thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you haven't already, you know, it really helps us with our channel. We're trying to boost it up, trying to continue making content. And, you know, it's exciting times right now for us. Getting these things all dialed in. The whole property is dialed in right now, except for this zone. And I'm looking at it, and it looks like it's going to be really fun. You know, there's a ton of biomass up in the air. These jackfruits are massive, so it'll be fun to take them down and just, you know, see how everything booms again and listen to the crunching of the mulch everywhere. Got jackfruits flowering. Black sapote is growing nice. Another black sapote here. So yeah, that'll be it on this one. Our Salak zone is dialed in. Awesome to be able to see all the way through it, see all the way through back to our back fence coming this way. So super awesome, super exciting. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.